Hello, my name is Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. You join me on a lovely Saturday morning out in the Peak District. I'm out on a group ride. It might not look like there's anybody with me, and that's because I've set off about 10 minutes ahead of the ride because of my current form. Now, what I'm hoping this will do is mean that we get to the cafe at similar time. Maybe they'll pass me before then, maybe they won't. But I'm still ticking the box of getting a ride done, having some social, knowing that my buddies are going out has motivated me to get out, so it served its purpose. I just can't ride with them because they're too strong. But hopefully, give me 2-3 months and you watch it, lads. So it's quite cold, it's about 2 degrees Celsius. It's not frosty, so it's okay to ride. But it's just a sharp, fresh morning in the peaks. Just heading out towards Ashover right now. And yeah, feeling good. All the usual parameters you'd expect are bad. Heart rate, power, general feeling. But the general feeling of being out here is incredible. So I'm gonna keep chipping away. I'm gonna stop looking behind me to see where the guys are. Just focus on the riding. I'll catch up soon.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, don't play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in. I get it done, but you should know that.
I'll tell you what is going to hinder breakaway success, and that is a puncture. I'm surprised really. These are the Grand Prix 5000 all seasons. I thought they were quite rugged, but I've not seen what's in the tyre yet. But it's out clenching. I've got a tube and stuff, so let's get it swapped. And no doubt the lads will come past me at some point. And do they stop because I'm not technically on the same ride as them? I think I'll moan if they do and moan if they don't.
All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Aim off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in. My baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime.
Puncture sorted. The guys did come past me and wait. Thanks, guys. Big bit of glass in the tyre. And that's one of those where I think, could it have been tubeless? Maybe it sealed it, maybe it wouldn't. But either way, it would have had all the mess all over my bike. And I'd have still been questioning, do I need to change the tyre or patch the tyre in the future? So I'm going to stick with clincher for training for the time being. I do want to try and keep these guys in sight if I can. Oh my God. Because I've only got one tube with me for some reason. I thought I had 2 in the bag, we've only got 1. So if I do puncture again, I would need to steal one. Anyway, riding quite hard to be honest, but enjoying it. It's been a while since I've pushed on, so I'm gonna do this, try and keep my sight to the cafe. And then if I'm feeling it, I'll just do my own thing afterwards. So good to be out on a bike. Whew. Icy, yeah. Is it? All right. Yeah. Blimey. We're just treading with real caution at the minute. It's ice everywhere. It lulls you into a real false sense of security when you're on the sunny bits. As soon as there's a bit of shade, the sun's not been on. And even some of the sun's been on, it's sheet ice. So you only need that one patch to wipe you out, and none of us want to fall off today. So we'll keep playing it sensible. I think we're gonna get onto main roads when we can, because this is like scary.
We trust the process and only know it takes time. You can get it. Got no worries, I'm gonna make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now.
Okay then, ride done and dusted. It's been a while since I've said that after a proper training ride, but before I talk about the stats that I'll put on screen, I just want to say how happy I am to be back out on the road. Honestly, riding today has been so refreshing. I think indoors is good and it's good for training, but I ride indoors because I ride outdoors, because it helps my fitness for when I go outside. I wouldn't ride indoors if I didn't ride outdoors, so when I go out, it feels like, this is the purpose, this is the reason. Even though it's not an event, it's not a race, just riding with my mates is good, and that's the reason I do it. So So happy to be out there. Hopefully you've been able to get out and about over the last couple of weeks, over the Christmas period. And it was quite icy out in the peaks today. It was okay near us, but as soon as we got up to like 500-600 feet elevation, there was quite a lot of ice. It's going to be colder tomorrow, so today's Saturday. I'm not going to ride on the roads tomorrow. It's just not worth the risk. We spent, must have been a mile or two, you know, crawling along with feet out the pedals, like, because it's the safest way to do it. And it's just a lottery, isn't it? And it's not a game that I wish to play, especially after the last few weeks. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the stats from today's ride, then also just going to touch on my riding from the last couple of weeks, because I'm now on the end of week 3 back on the bike. So I'd quite like to just see how it's gone and then look forward. So today's ride is just under 4 hours, normalized 243 watts, and none of it was really hard, but I definitely pushed on, you know, like harder than a normal base zone 2 ride. But it doesn't matter because I'm not running at the minute and I've had a week off of swimming as well. It's fine. I feel it now. I didn't feel terrible during the ride, but I definitely felt tired towards the end, but I'm going to. I had 5 weeks off the bike and now I'm on just phasing it back in. So 2 weeks ago was my first week back on the bike and I did a total of 7 hours of riding. The week after that, I did 8 hours and 40, which was last week. And then this week, still with a day to go, I've done 10.5 hours. So tomorrow I'm gonna go for a gravel spin. It'll be easy and it will be 2 to 3 hours. So I'll be looking on sort of 12.5 to 13.5 hours roughly of riding this week, which is great. That amount of volume, although like all of it's been zone 2 apart from today, which is a bit harder. I did a little session on Wednesday and I didn't do all of it, so it wasn't really too much of a intensity. But that's enough for me to be making gains fitness-wise, for me to be working on my weight management. Like, it enables me to do those things. So I'm just so happy I can now start doing that and hopefully nothing else goes wrong. Looking forward, I have 4 weeks until I go to Calpe for a week, which I cannot wait to do. It's not going to be a full-on training camp, but it is going to be a week of training and a week of being on holiday with some mates. So I want to be in better shape for that. So I'm using that as motivation now. Right, I need 4 consistent good weeks. And also I'm talking to Coach Chris about this. And then after that, there'll be a few reliability rides in February, which are basically road races. And then March, there's quite a few crits locally. So I'll be hitting the crits, hitting a couple of more reliability rides, using it all as training, trying to stack in as much as I can, so that then when April comes around and hopefully there'll be better weather, I can get out on the roads more. And I've historically always had good Aprils. I've done like a lot of training in April the last couple of years. So hopefully I can do that same thing again and just build from there is the plan. Running and swimming is going to drop in there. Swimming will hopefully we're back next week, and then running, I don't know. I've had an MRI scan on my hip. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video when I get the results sort of just translated into words that I can understand. And I've got some sort of path forward with running, but it might still cause me some problems for my first couple of events, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I've certainly enjoyed today's video. Sorry if there's excessive amounts of B-roll in there, but I just had an absolute whale of a time out there today. Hit subscribe down below and I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you once again for watching this video. See you later.